El Nino, La Nina, or La Nada, now on Weathermedics Weather Buff. I am Jack Knack, the Weather Medic, the Doctor of Weather, with your December 2023 El Nino, La Nina, or La Nada forecast discussion. Well, the El Nino Southern Oscillated Alert System status is an El Nino advisory. El Nino is expected to continue through the Northern Hemisphere winter with a 60% chance transition to El Nino Southern Oscillation neutral favored during April through June of 2024. Sea surface temperatures were above average across the equatorial Pacific Ocean, increasing in the central and east central Pacific during November 2023. This area here is 2 to 3 degrees Celsius above the average. Same with this area here is 5.4 degrees Fahrenheit. For a detailed explanation of the Nino regions, please see the link in the description. The growth in sea surface temperature anomalies, however, abated in early December, with the latest weekly Nino index values at plus 1.4 degrees Celsius or plus 2.5 degrees Fahrenheit in Nino 4, plus 1.9 degrees Celsius or plus 3.4 degrees Fahrenheit in Nino 3.4, plus 2.0 degrees Celsius or plus 3.6 degrees Fahrenheit in Nino 3, and 1.3 degrees Celsius or plus 2.3 degrees Fahrenheit in Nino 1 plus 2. Area average positive subsurface temperature anomalies increased significantly during November 2023. Reflecting the strengthening of above average subsurface temperatures in the central and eastern Pacific associated with a downwelling Kelvin wave. To find out more about Kelvin waves, the wave that is 5 to 10 centimeters or 2 to 4 inches high, hundreds of kilometers wide, and a few degrees warmer than surrounding waters, see the description for the video link about Kelvin waves. Low-level wind anomalies were westerly in the central and eastern Pacific, while upper-level wind anomalies were easterly across the Pacific. In the El Nino conditions, what you have is the westerly winds at the surface. Here, they rise when they meet the easterly winds off the Atlantic, and what happens is over California, they have nowhere to go, not into the ground, but up above, they rise, and then you have precipitation along the west coast. So you have your easterlies in the upper levels, and then that sinks over down into the areas in Indonesia. And what happens is that those areas and Australia are drier than normal because of the sinking air. Also, on the eastern side of North America, you have the sinking air, and that causes a high pressure. The high pressure clockwise winds pumps up that nice southerly air, so these areas are warmer. Same thing with the low pressure here. You have a low pressure counterclockwise circulation, still pumping up that warmer than normal air, and that's why a lot of the United States is warmer than normal. Outgoing long wave radiation, we could see here that Indonesia, the areas that are in the yellows and oranges and reds have increased sunshine here, where these areas toward the Americas have more cloudy skies, more precipitation. So that's what you're getting in the El Nino pattern. Convection remained enhanced at the dateline and was suppressed around Indonesia. The Equatorial Southern Oscillation Index and the station-based Southern Oscillation Index were negative. Collectively, the coupled ocean-atmosphere system reflected a strong El Nino. The Equatorial Southern Oscillation Index is calculated as a standardized anomaly of the difference between the area average monthly sea level pressure in an area of the eastern equatorial Pacific that ranges from 80 degrees west through 130 degrees west, 5 degrees north or south of the equator, and an area over Indonesia from 90 degrees east through 140 degrees east, 5 degrees north or south of the equator. The Southern Oscillation Index is calculated as the standardized difference between standardized Tahiti monthly average sea level pressure anomalies and standardized Darwin monthly average sea level pressure anomalies. The following diagram shows the difference from average sea level pressure during winters when the Southern Oscillation Index is strongly positive top or negative bottom. During La Nina positive Southern Oscillation Index, the pressure is higher than average red over the central Pacific near Tahiti and lower than average gray over Australia. During El Nino, the Southern Oscillation Index is negative and the anomalies are reversed. El Nino is expected to continue through the Northern Hemisphere winter 2023-24. Based on the latest forecast, there is now a 54% chance of historically strong El Nino during the November-January season that's greater or equal to 2 degrees Celsius or 3.6 degrees Fahrenheit in the Nino 3.4 region. An event of this strength would potentially be in the top 5 of El Nino events since 1950. While stronger El Nino events increase the likelihood of El Nino-related climate anomalies, it does not imply expected impacts will emerge in all locations or be of strong intensity. In summary, El Nino is expected to continue through the Northern Hemisphere winter with a 60% chance transition to El Nino Southern Oscillation neutral favored during April through June 2024. Here is the latest Climate Prediction Center seasonal outlook for the probabilities of temperature in the United States for January, February, of March 2024. And as you will notice, the northern part of the United States is above normal, with significantly above normal in the Pacific Northwest and in Maine. Near normal temperatures are forecast for mainly the southern half of the country. And of course, Alaska, you're leaning above normal in seasonal temperatures as well. Here is the latest Climate Prediction Center seasonal outlook for probabilities of precipitation in the United States. As one would notice, the above normal areas are especially in the southeastern part of the United States with Florida and coastal areas of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and South Carolina. A little bit more than normal in the eastern mid-Atlantic area going up through Massachusetts, and also above normal in California, the desert Southwest, which they needed, into Utah, Colorado, Nebraska, and parts of Kansas. Below normal seasonal precipitation outlooks for January, February, and March of 2024 are forecast from western New York westward, the extreme northern half of the United States, with much below normal precipitation forecast in the Great Lakes area of the country and in northern Washington, Idaho, and western Montana. Much of Alaska is going to have equal chances of precipitation, with below normal areas along the Aleutian Islands and above normal precipitation along the northern part of Alaska. The next monthly video on the El Nino Southern Oscillation will come out on or around January 11th, 2024. If you'd like to see more of these posts, or would like to say thanks for this one, please consider becoming a supporter. To support the channel, go to patreon.com/WXMedic. This is Jack Knack, the Weather Medic, the Doctor of Weather. Thanks for making Weather Buff a part of your day. Good day, everybody.
Weather Buff. Your backyard.